D. Today, I'm going to tackle the subject and content of art. But before I start, I will give knowledge about art. So what is art? According to Wikipedia, art is a diverse range of human activities involving the creation of visual, auditory, or performing artifacts or artworks, which express the creator's imagination, conceptual ideas, and technical skills, intended to be appreciated primarily for their beauty and emotional power. Now, looking forward for our discussion, the subject and content of art. If you can say the subject of art, it refers for any person, object seen, or event described or represented in a work of art. And the content of art, it refers for what being depicted or might be helpful in deriving a basic meaning. So meaning to say, it appears in visual in several forms, and all of which may be figurative, it's unrealistic, and abstract, it's distorted. And we have objectives of subject and content of art. First, differentiate representational and non-representational art. If you can say representational, it's relating or denoting art. And the non-representational art, it's not intended to present an accurate depiction of physical appearance. Second, discuss the difference between artwork subject and its content. And the last one, identify the main kinds of subject and the levels of meaning of art. Now, we have pretest in task 1, the think, pair, and share. Now, look at the painting below by artist David Bailey. And list down everything that you can see within the four corners of the work. And this is all the object found in the painting. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned in our discussion. Have a nice day.
Good day everyone. My topic for today is works of art have subject and content. So have you noticed what is the difference between subject and content? And have you ever wondered why does work of arts have subject and content? So we will discuss what is subject. The subject is the visual focus or the image that may be extracted from examining the artworks. We can identify an artwork by its by its subject, sorry. A sculpture, an example of it is a sculpture of a young boy, a lithograph of a horse on a stone plate, and the landscape painting of a rice field. So when we say subject, it is the visual or images that we can see from the painting, like Mona Lisa. What we can see in the painting is the woman without an eyebrow. And the next one is, what is content? Content. The content is the individual aspects of a piece of art. It is the meaning behind the artwork. It can be the meaning communicated by the artist through his artwork. So, when we say content, we have different kind of perception about this. Kunwari, example of it is Mona Lisa, painted by Leonardo da Vinci. The subject, sinabi ko na kanina yung subject. So, ang explain ko naman ngayon ay kung ano yung content nito. Ano nga ba yung meaning nito? There's a, if there's a deep meaning. For me, the content of this art is I think Leonardo da Vinci has crush or he's in love in that woman in the painting. So, pag sa content naman po, magkakaiba naman po tayo ng aspects or magkakaiba naman po tayo ng tingin kung ano nga ba po talaga ang nilalaman ng isang art. So, I will discuss the next one is the form. The form is the development and configuration of the artwork. How the elements and the medium or materials used are put together. So when we say form, paano nga ba nabubuo ang isang art? What is the inspiration of the painter? What is the inspiration of ng pintor? Ano nga ba inspiration ng pintor? Ano nga ba yung motivation niya kung bakit niya ginawa ito? So, lahat po ba merong subject and content? Based on my research, there are always subject and content in every arts. Hindi mo naman kasi pwedeng sabihin na ginawa lang siya without any reason. Siyempre, kaya mo siya ginawa kasi may reason ka. Lahat ng art may subject. Lahat ng art may subject for me lang. And lahat ng art ay may content. So, yun lang po ang topic ko. I will end my discussion here. Thank you very much for listening.
This is the task 3. My new discoveries. Referent is something we see in artwork that is recognizable from the natural world. Representational from the natural or imaginative world, and abstraction. They have two types of subjects. Number 1 is representational art. A painting or sculpture that is clearly recognizable for what it claims to be. Example is Mona Lisa by Leonardo da Vinci. And the number 2 is non-representational art. Best example of non-representational art is an abstract art. And now, let's proceed the 6 main kinds of subjects. Number 1 is still life. A collection of inanimate subjects arranged together in a specific way. Number 2 is landscape. Natural scenery such as mountains, cliff, and rivers. The number 3 is nature. A focused view or interpretation of specific natural elements. And the number 4, portraiture. An image of a particular person or animal or group thereof. And the number 5, abstract, a non-representational work of art. And the last is Day of Dead, a Mexican holiday with a vibrant artistic tradition. And lastly, the 3 various level of meaning. 1 is factual meaning, is the most rudimentary level of meaning, extracted from the identifiable or recognizable forms in the artwork. Number 2 is conventional meaning, pertains to the acknowledged interpretation of the artwork using motifs, signs, and symbols. And the last is subjective meaning. It is a particular work of art that is read and consulted. This report is all about the task number 6, and we will going to answer the question regarding to our lesson. And the question number 1 is, and for me, the answer of number 1 is letter C, representational art. When we say representational art, ito ay uri ng sining o art na tumutukoy sa totoong objective, na tulad na lamang ng paintings na madali nating mauunawaan at makikita mo talaga ang pinaka-visual nito. And for me, the answer of number 2 is letter C, still life. Ang still life naman, ito yung pagkukumpuni-kumpuni ng mga raw materials. Ang raw materials naman ay ang mga pangunahing kasangkapan katulad na lang ng kahoy na pwede natin gawing upuan para mas lalo itong pakinabangan.
The answer of number 3 is letter C, non-representational art. Pag naman sinabi nating non-representational art, ito ay opposite ng representational art. Ang representational art kasi ito yung mga tumutukoy sa totoong bagay o tunay ng bagay. Samantalang ang non-representational art, ito yung ditiyak na tumutukoy sa isang bagay. The answer of number 4 is letter C, landscape. When we say landscape, ito naman yung mga natural na bagay, katulad na lamang ng mga ilog, kabundukan at iba pa. The answer of number 5 is letter A, Day of the Dead. When we say Day of the Dead, ito yung tumutukoy sa sining o art na pinagdiriwang ng mga tao at nagiging traditional sa mga Katoliko, katulad na lamang ng pagdiriwang nila sa araw ng mga patay at iba pa. The answer number 6 is letter C, nature art. When we say nature art, ito ay isa sa mga uri ng sining na nagkaroon ng koneksyon sa mga artist o mangguguhit, na ginagamit ang kalikasan upang magkaroon ng inspirasyon sa paggawa ng sining. The answer number 7 is letter A, portraiture. Pag sinabi naman nating portraiture, ito naman ay uri ng sining na tumutukoy sa expression or mood ng isang object. Halimbawa na lamang nito ang mga portrait ng mga iba't ibang mukha na nagbibigay ng mga iba't ibang emosyon ng mga tao, katulad na lamang ng Ang Magandang Mukha ni Mona Lisa. The answer of number 8 is letter D, abstract. When we say abstract naman, ito ay ginagamitan ng mga linya at hugis na nagbibigay ng mga iba't ibang kahulugan. Pag sinabi naman nating factual, ito yung mabilis na pagkakaunawan ng mga tao sa isang larawan o sining. The answer number 10 is letter C, subjective. When we say subjective naman, ito ay isang uri ng sining na tumutukoy at bumabase sa nararamdaman ng tao o personal na opinion. Halimbawa na lamang sa isang art ay maganda sa paningin ng iba pero sa iba naman ay hindi.